Motherfuckers, welcome back to another episode of Nitro Podcast. Today is a very special episode, not just for me, but maybe for millennials in general, some Gen Zs, some Gen X, but we're talking about everything Scott Pilgrim. Maybe except for the manga, maybe Sucio will touch on the manga for a little bit, or a comic because it's not really, from Japan. But I'll be talking about the video game. Dirty Bad will be talking about the music from the video game. Maybe a little bit about the music from the movie, the soundtrack. And we'll talk about some of the stuff that'll come out, later, I guess in the future, in Night Trap about Scott Pilgrim. So, with that said, it's the 11th anniversary of it. It was the 10th anniversary, but a very special limited run physical copy came out a couple of months ago, or a month ago, or less than a month ago, for Switch, for PS4, for Xbox. So I wanted to celebrate it with this episode. So with that said, let's get into it. Let's do it, motherfuckers. Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, bitches.
Hey, what's up? I'll leave you alone forever now. You know this one girl with hair like this?
Yes, that's Ramona Flowers.
She's out of your league.
You know her? Tell me now.
She just moved here, got a job at Amazon.
I have to order something really cool.
Scott, are you waiting for the package you just ordered?
Maybe.
Scott Pilgrim?
Hi, I was thinking about asking you out, but then I realized how stupid that would be.
That's okay. You just need to sign for this, all right?
So do you want to go out sometime?
If I say yes, will you sign for your damn package?
So yeah, 8 o'clock? Come to this Battle of the Bands thing.
You have a band.
Yeah, we're terrible.
Mr. Pilgrim! I'm Ramona's first evil ex-boyfriend.
What?
Wait, we're fighting over Ramona?
Didn't you get my email explaining the situation?
I skimmed it. What was that all about?
If we're gonna date, you may have to defeat my 7 evil exes.
So what you're saying is we are dating?
I guess.
Does that mean we can make out?
Sure.
Scott Pilgrim!
Prepare to feel the wrath of the League of Evil Exes.
Ramona dated twins.
At the same time? If you want something bad, you have to fight for it. Step up your game, Scott.
Combo!
Break out the L word.
Lesbian?
The other L word.
Lesbians?
What are you doing?
Getting a life.
You want to fight me for her? Why on earth would you want to do that?
Because I'm in love with her.
Scott Pilgrim versus the world.
Maybe next time we don't date the girl with 11 evil ex-boyfriends.
7.
Oh, that's not that bad.
What up, baby? It's Sucio, aka Cerberus, aka Thought Boy Supreme, aka Lesbian Wolverine, aka Kobika-chan, aka ex-boyfriend of everybody's mom. And if you're watching this video, it may be a posthumous one because I'm waiting on my results to see if I'm gonna live or die. But in the meantime, we're gonna talk about, a little movie that I like to call, a millennial soggy biscuit known as Scott Pilgrim versus the World. 2010, Edgar Wright directed this film, and you know, he had the difficult task of turning a chibi manga into live action big screen, and the best thing he could have done was get himself a future A-list cast of wall-eyed mannequin faces for the next generation to fawn over. Now, if you don't understand where I'm coming from, I'm going to explain something to you. I'm going to try to get into something, and it's looking back at this film 12 years later. I mean, you know, almost 12 years later, 10 years later, 11 years later. I'm going to correct myself, but would this film be able to be made at this point in time with the way, you know, our cancel culture is, the way people are? But you know, I'm no social justice warrior, but let's just fucking call a spade when you fucking see one. And you know, you have this film, and it's just so full of double standards. You know, you take a love story, you take this love story between, you know, this fuckboy from Toronto, because that's what fucking Scott Pilgrim is. He's a fuckboy from Toronto. That's why he's fucking, you know, doing that shit. And me, as a Thought Boy Supreme, I'm gonna have to take away his fucking license from the organization and his membership, because he's a 22-year-old dating a 17-year-old. You know, well, you can't have that shit. You would never be able. A 17-year-old, you know, Asian schoolgirl. Come on, bro. Like, you know, what the fuck is this, Drake? You know, is this fucking, you know, are you serious? Is this the culture that's coming out of there? But I'm not trying to do little short punches. I'm trying to be honest when I say, you know, there's so many backtracking and double standards that you have a predatory gay guy, right? Who every dude he's going after, he's trying to convert them, he's trying to bring them over, he's trying to steal them, when the whole fucking story is about Scott Pilgrim being in a love triangle with these different people. And it's okay for the gay man to do that because he's gay and because it's progressive. Come on, dude. You can't fucking do that. To have a standard, there has to be some sort of equality. So you can't have Scott Pilgrim be a fucking the villain, the gross fucking, you know, miser, when you have somebody who's doing the same shit, who's living in this fucking house and doing the same thing, stealing people, doing all this fucking whatever, you know. But if you really want to get even further into the double standard that is Scott Pilgrim, and why it either will or won't be made in this time, right? In this time, in fucking 2021, you have the saying that Scott Pilgrim won't hit a girl, but a rock star can hit a girl. So this creates this strange fucking formula where only the villains can hit women, but the heroes can't. But if they're sort of okay, they can hit them, and they cannot. It's stupid. It's stupid to sit here and think that we would be able to placate that. You know, this idea that, oh, well, he's a rock star, so he's gonna hit. What the fuck kind of fucking double standard? What the fuck kind of cliche is that? You know, it's such a bullshit. It's such a fucking cop out to sit here and be able to talk about that. Fuck that. You know, and if we want to talk about cliches, we can. The whole movie is a fucking cliche. You know, I mean, did they make this movie to be the standard of douchebags, or did it just fucking redefine the formula? Paku paku, paku paku. How many times have I heard some dude tell some poor fucking chick at a bar, oh, did you know Paku Paku was fucking Pac-Man, blah, blah, blah. I've heard that shit a million times where I fucking work at. I'm sure everybody at Hot Topic has heard that shit. You know, you get a fucking 64 hit combo, like, that's obviously a Clay Fighter reference. You know, you have the Street Fighter KO, that's the Alpha KO, and it's very specific. It's very much trying to cater to a certain demographic. And some people can say, oh, well, Sucio, that's not your fucking demographic. That's not who else is it supposed to be catered to? I mean, they overuse Zelda and the Zelda tone and the Zelda imagery so much that it loses its luster with me. You know, after watching this film, after watching what came out of this, to see all these people try to pretend like Zelda's their fucking favorite, and they haven't even played one fucking game. And they're sitting here trying to claim that they love Zelda because of fucking Scott Pilgrim. That's what I dislike. It was a gateway to other douchebags to be able to be more fucking cliche. I mean, a movie that has a hit list, 7 X's, and each one is a different form of douchebag. It's douchier and douchier and douchier and douchier. You have an Indian guy who's doing Bollywood dancing. I mean, they're using, they get the main female villain, and how do they defeat her? By tickling the back of her knee? What the fuck is that? This is the stupidest fucking shit I've ever seen, and it's real difficult because you're translating this once again from the manga that's cute and funny and kind of stupid and can use lines, and Edgar Wright really did try. And it's a interesting film. There's a lot of play on lights. There's really great lines. There's a lot of attention to the fight scenes. There's a lot of attention to small little details that I really appreciate from a filmmaker standpoint, from a film appreciator standpoint. But I can't call this a film. I have to call this a fucking movie, because that's what it is. It's a fucking movie. Like, the two main characters that I really love are Kim and Knives, and they're used so much for fucking comic relief, deadpan relief, or just used for a fucking joke. And every time Kim says, "We are sex bomb, we're here to do whatever the fuck and rock out," and she does some lame little baby fucking snare setup, and it's just like, oh my god, why would you muzzle one of the coolest characters in the fucking whole thing? Because I don't get it. This film does not really relate to me, and it should relate to me. I should sit here and be like, yeah, bro, Scott Pilgrim's the shit. Scott Pilgrim is this, but no, it is not. Scott Pilgrim fucking, I don't really want to be super negative. I don't really want to be that fucked up. But when you're taking things that are very sacred to my culture, to people who are unindoctrinated, people who grew up with all of these things, to have somebody sit here and say, oh, bro, the fucking Final Fantasy 2 baseline. Like, that motherfuckers never played Final Fantasy 2. That shit was so difficult to find in America. You gonna talk about Final Fantasy 2? No. Fuck this movie. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This movie hits a bunch of lines, and to sit here and say that I'm triggered or that I'm angry or all these things, I really don't want to use those catchwords. I really want to sit here and look at it in a formula at, if we made this film right now, would it get canceled? Would it get blocked? Would it be stopped? And the answer is no. The answer is no, because this film is everybody's shitty little X film that some fucking X ruins for them. Just the way Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was ruined for people. Just the way fucking, Fight Club was ruined for people. Just the way, Taxi Driver's ruined for people, because it becomes people's personality. They base their whole fucking personality after this, and they try to shove it in your fucking face, and you sit here and you're like, god damn, it's lamer and lamer. Every time you hear it, it's fucking lamer and shittier, so it just goes into the pile of movies that X is fucked up for you. And now you can't appreciate a cutesy little film of this and that because it has all these negative connotations all wrapped up in one film. And then you add fucking a personal effect to it. It has no fucking sense. But all you really should use this film is as a litmus test. When you're on a date and they put on this film, that means that the sex is gonna be the most generic and vanilla, and quite frankly, the breeders are gonna love it because it's so safe. And that's what this film is. It's safe. I don't think it would be canceled right now because it backpedals so much that it tries to be safe. It tries to be cool, but it's not. Fuck Scott Pilgrim. I'll see you motherfuckers. If I die, this is the last time you ever heard of me. Stay sweet, don't change. Love, Sucio. Night Trap Podcast, let's record.
Whoa. What up? Welcome to another episode of Night Trap. Of course, I already said that in the intro, but this time, my task for this special, very special 11th anniversary show of Scott Pilgrim, I'm talking about Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the video game, and I guess it'd be the complete edition, which I still don't have, because limited run games, you know, as they always do, put quality products, you know, physical copies of different games. Panzer Dragoon, for example. Night Trap is another one. There's like some of the best fucking indie badass fucking games that you can get, but the one that I'm talking about today, which is Scott Pilgrim, of course, I ordered the limited run KO edition, which I'm gonna show right here, and it has a bunch of shit. I don't really want to say everything that it has. I mean, you can read it if you see it on that thing, but because I want to unbox it, we're gonna unbox it once it gets here. Usually it takes about 6 months because, you know, they have to do all that shit. But anyways, Scott Pilgrim, the game 2, turning 10 years old, I think. Not really 11, but it's a badass fucking beat 'em up. I used to play it on the Xbox 360, which I have the controller that I used to use with my Xbox 360, which is this custom purple and silver controller that I customized, I guess. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I guess I did a shitty job, but it's a badass beat 'em up. You can pick Ramona, Scott, Steven Stills, and I think in the complete edition you can play as Kim. No, I think you can play as Kim, but Knives and Wallace, and it has like a dodgeball fucking mode, and it has others. I think like kind of like that Gears of War horde mode where you're just fucking beating the shit out of everything and everybody that comes in to see how much you fucking last, how much you survive. But it's a badass fucking video game. I used to play with Dr. Porn when it came out. We got close to finishing it. We never did. They say there's like different fucking endings and shit, but it's a great fucking time. Like, you know, both of you can be Scott. I don't think you don't have to be different characters, and you can pick them with alternate fucking costumes and shit, or clothes, and it's a fucking badass. It has a lot of references to other movies, to other video games. For example, the fucking overworld from Super Mario 3. That's when it started. It looked exactly like that, or Super Mario World. It has like some levels that look like Mario. It has the blocks, the fucking question blocks, and it's a fucking badass game. You know, you have to go and fight the 7 evil X's, along with some side characters that are only in the manga and that appear in the back in the fucking movie, which I hope Sucio talks about that. But it's a badass fucking game. I would actually give it a 10 out of 10, just because it's one of the best beat 'em ups. I don't know if you can see it over there, but you know, it's very reminiscent of Final Fight, which is right there. It says Final Fight. I don't know if you can see it, but it's you know, you should totally get this fucking game before it gets out. I think on February 28th is the last day that you can order the limited run game. It's $30. The physical copy. They have the fucking clamshell case, like it looks like kind of like a Genesis or like a rental, you know, from Blockbuster. But it's, I don't know, it's a cool ass game. Soundtrack by Anna Managuchi, which I'm not gonna talk much about because I know Dirty Bat. You know that dirty asshole. He has to talk about it. But it's a badass fucking game. You should go play it. You should go and get it. It's $14.99 digital. The only way you used to be able to play it was Xbox 360 and PS3, which if you didn't fucking even if you hadn't bought it, the license ran out and you couldn't even buy it anymore. So for the longest time I had the Xbox 360, which still fucking worked, the very first one, the big fucking block, and I had it here to fucking play that game, solely for that game, because that was the only way you could play it. Not no more. I can finally retire this fucking controller. It still has batteries. Well, I can finally retire this fucking controller. We can finally retire it. Yeah, hopefully. But with that said, thank you guys for fucking joining me in this very special episode celebrating Scott Pilgrim. Badass manga, badass movie, badass video game, badass soundtracks. Both of them. So, I will see you next time. And hopefully, Dirty Bat has some cool shit to share with you guys. And we'll see you. Later, bitches.
I'll take out your junk and I'll crush this town. Mr. Pilgrim!
What up? It's Dashi. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Dashi. It's actually... The hell is wrong with me? It's actually Dirty Bat coming straight from the vomitorium. Oh no, I mean the fucking fungin. The fungin here where I live. Where the creep lets me fucking live. I don't pay rent or anything. He pays me in panchos. Panchos right here. Anyways, today I'm talking about Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the video game, the soundtrack, the dildo. No, well, it's not a dildo. The dildo's over here. But it is a great fucking soundtrack by favorite chiptune band, Anamanaguchi. Anamanaguchi actually recorded this record, which is an amazing record. I always go put it on when I'm gonna get to those dirty lady bats, and I go like. It's the most amazing soundtrack I have ever listened to. I also ordered the vinyl record from Limited Rug Games, which you can do right now for the low price, $35.99 or $34.99, something like that, whatever. But the original record, when it came out, it's up to like $300 now, which fucking sucks. Because I wasn't even born yet. It was before coronavirus and all that shit. So now I'm stuck here collecting dust and collecting records. But anyways, it's a badass record. You can actually hear a live stream that they did on Zoom not that long ago when the game came out. It's a pretty awesome freaking record. So go get it. I give it a 10 out of 10. Anamanaguchi. The hell? Anamanaguchi fucking rules. They're badass. Also, go listen to their other records. Also, it's short. I just want to talk about really fast about the movie record, which is fucking amazing too. Written all by Beck. All of it. No, I'm kidding. There's a cover from a Metric song that Clash of the Demon Head does in the movie. I forgot what the name of the fucking song is, but it's like really famous. The lady fucking, the one with the vegan and shit. Well, whatever, I don't know. I'm drunk as hell. I'm drunk, eating panchos, and just being my dirty ass self. But I get that record a 9 out of 10 too. Go get that record. I think it's like $15 or some shit. The vinyl, maybe not the limited one, but that one, yes. And go get the limited run games record right now till the 28th. Go do it. Do it now. If not, I'm gonna eat your babies. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna eat my panchos and I'm gonna go to sleep as always. Later, guys. Bye. Oh shit, you guys are there. You got me playing some Final Fight. But anyways, what did you guys think? I want to thank Sucio. I want to thank Dirty Bat. And I want to thank myself because those were the only fucking guests that we had. But anyways, we are celebrating Scott Pilgrim 11th fucking year in life of the manga, of the movie, and the video game. So, you know, go enjoy the movie. Go fucking watch that shit. After watching the movie, go fucking play the video game. Listen to the records. Fucking amazing. Everything that has come out of this has been pretty amazing. You can look at some YouTube videos, other YouTube videos. Look at this one first. But other YouTube videos about the whole, subject of Brian Lee O'Malley, the writer. Also, check out his other manga or comic called Seconds, which is fucking amazing too. I do have it somewhere around the function. But anyways, with that said, remember, go look for us in fucking Instagram at Nitro Podcast, on Facebook at Nitro Podcast, on TikTok at Nitro Podcast. Finally, we have a TikTok. We don't have much yet, but go follow us on TikTok. I'm gonna put some funny ass shit there. And remember to click like, to share it, and subscribe. Press the fucking bell, man. Like, press it. Like, if it's Taco Bell, it's so easy, bro. Just go underneath like that, and then click. And then, they'll tell you when the new fucking show is out. Because sometimes we have surprise shows that are not on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Like always. But anyways, with that said, thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna keep playing some Final Fight. We'll see you next time. Later, bitches.